chasing after rabbits and get lost. Come on, boy. You smell smoke? Well, I do. Come on, let's take a look.
Lay off. It's hot enough without you fooling around.
Gotta get the darn thing to burn. Yeah, that should fix it.
Hey! Where did you spring from?
Are you crazy?
He sure is.
I'm just trying to keep cool.
What's eating you, kid?
Did you ever see a bushfire?
No? So what?
Well, you're going to if you don't get that one under control pretty fast.
He's just brewing up some coffee.
Well, that's the wrong kind of fire anyhow. Here, let me show you.
Look, beat it, kid. You think I don't know how to boil a pot of coffee?
You don't understand. The whole bush all around's like tinder right now.
I said beat it.
Run along, kid. We can take care of ourselves. We're quite a bit older than you are, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Well, we'll have that fire out just as soon as we're finished with it. Good and out.
Yeah, well, I sure hope so.
Lay off. She could be right, you know.
What's the matter with you? We got a whole lake full of water right beside us, haven't we?
Casey! Come on, Casey! 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 Casey. Come on. Casey? 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 Casey, I'm going back to the fort to get help. I'll be right back with the others. I promise. Don't worry, Casey. Everything's gonna be all right.
Come on, it's out.
Just making sure.
Boy, that kid sure threw a scare into you.
Let's go.
It's right there.
Yeah, I remember it.
Hey, isn't that where some old prospector thought he discovered gold and started digging a mine shaft?
And then he died or got disillusioned or something. But he went pretty deep before he quit.
You couldn't see how far down Casey was.
Well, I couldn't get near the edge. It kept breaking away, and I was scared it would fall on him.
Well, we're gonna need plenty of rope. Any lumber we need to build a bridge across the top of the shaft, we can get up there.
Why would it take us an hour to get up there? I'll get the horses ready.
How about those two guys camping up by Pigeon Lake?
What about them?
Wouldn't it have been quicker to go back for them?
Think about it. Oh, anyhow, they were just a couple of city guys.
Well, thanks a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chub. I didn't mean that. I just meant, well, they didn't seem to know their way around. I bet they wouldn't have been of any use.
Isn't it kind of hard to tell if a guy's of any use unless he gets a chance to prove it? Let's go. Got 50 feet.
That should be enough.
You think we ought to get Joe to come with us?
Joe's out guiding a fishing party. Could be miles away.
We haven't got much time. Casey could be hurt. We better do it ourselves.
We could tell George on our way through.
Yeah, we could do that, just for the record. Come on, let's go.
XNY 556, C for Charlie, calling XNY 556. Come in, please. Over.
XNY 556. Come in, Matt.
I got a smoke about 5 miles away, over by Pigeon Lake. Bearing 178.
How big, Matt?
I can't say for sure. Visibility's right down, but I reckon it could go real fast. Things are pretty dicey right now.
Okay, Matt. Bearing 178 would make it the west side of Pigeon Lake. Jack pine and scrub. It could be a big one.
Right.
Okay, Matt. Over and out. Dobby, sound the alarm. I'll call the Beaver and see if they can give us a water drop. Cool things off till we get there.
Right.
XNY 55.
Fire in the bush, I guess.
Yeah, it's gotta be in this kind of weather. Come on.
Let's go.
Where's George? Hey, George, we're just going up into the bush.
Casey fell down that old mine shaft.
What old mine shaft?
The one between Cedar River and Pigeon Lake. Just thought we'd let you know.
What happened?
Well, Kathy was up there a couple of hours ago, and...
She shouldn't have. Nobody should.
Well, how come?
There's a closure on, extreme fire hazard. Didn't she know that?
I guess she didn't.
Well, no one knew. Otherwise, she wouldn't have gone.
And I should hope not. When I close an area, I expect people to keep out. Anyhow, go on. What happened?
Well, she had Casey with her, and he went after a jackrabbit. I guess he got overexcited and fell in.
But she thinks he's okay. She could hear him. Can't be that far down. About 15 to 20 feet. A lot of it's fallen in.
So if we get up there pretty quick, maybe we could...
I'm sorry. You'll just have to wait. I'll let you know just as soon as I can pass you through.
George, I don't get it.
The area's closed. Somewhere inside, there's a fire. Right now, we don't know how big, but it could be very big, and it could move very fast.
Well, but that's all the more reason to get Casey out.
Casey's just got to take her own chances.
George, how can you say that about Casey?
A lot of animals are going to die in this fire. I'd do anything to save them, short of human lives, and least of all, your lives.
Okay, let's go.
Guess we just go back to the fort.
And stay with the radio?
But I thought
Yeah, so did we.
we gotta get Casey.
No dice, the area's closed.
Seems that's where the fire is, up around Pigeon Lake.
Come on.
Here, bring the rope. We'll tie it over here. We don't want her to get burnt.
We shouldn't have come back. We should have stayed on the other side.
We gotta get our gear, haven't we?
All this for an old tent and a couple of sleeping packs?
My camera's in one of them. $150.
That fire's all along the shore.
Yeah, we'll try and cut around it, back through the bush.
Okay, we'll try.
Right, push the canoe out of the shore. Come on, let's go!
It's no use, look at that.
That camera cost me $150.
Let's get out of here. I don't like it.
You didn't make too good a job of kicking out that fire, did you, bud?
Come on, let's go. We gotta get the other side of the lake.
You know something, bud? We forgot to tie the canoe on the other end.
Charlie Appleby. Charlie, cooking pot on?
Soup should be about ready.
I think Charlie's heading up north.
Why?
Pigeon Lake's up north.
Chub, we can't. When George says to keep out, he means it. Anyhow, Charlie wouldn't do it.
Oh, no?
Hi, kids.
Hi, Charlie.
Grub ready?
We didn't know you were coming. We've only got soup.
Do me nicely. Well, you're a pretty gloomy-looking gang of pirates. What gives?
Well, Casey got trapped in an old mine shaft up near Pigeon Lake.
Too bad. You going to get him out?
We can't. There's a fire in the bush and the area is closed.
You kids can find your way around, even with a fire going.
George said no, but no.
Well, he's the boss, I guess. Too bad. Nice dog. Listen, I'd fly over and take a look, but I don't know where this darn mine shaft is. Could take me a month of Sundays to find it.
Well, we know.
Can't take you, son.
Well, why not?
Want me to lose my license?
You got one?
Figure of speech, son. Know what I mean?
Well, even if we could just fly over it, and if the fire didn't happen to be in the area of the mine shaft, just go down for a couple minutes.
Put down where?
Well, you said yourself you can land on something the size of a dollar bill.
Sure. Other things being equal. But with a bushfire, you get all sorts of updrafts and turbulence and the devil knows what. Just couldn't chance it, even for a nice little dog like Casey. Listen, I'm not a magician. I'm just a beaten-up old bush pilot.
I was just hoping.
It's a nice drop of soup.
Thanks.
Just can't help thinking about those two guys.
Gosh, we ought to have told George about them.
I guess we forgot. Too worried about Casey.
What two guys?
It was just a couple of guys Kathy saw up by Pigeon Lake this morning.
Chub, they'd be all right, wouldn't they? I mean, they had a canoe.
Oh, sure they would. Even a couple of city guys could cross Pigeon Lake in a canoe. I just can't help thinking about it.
Why?
Be a darn good excuse to go up and take a look.
You just don't let go, do you, son? Get that soup under your belt and let's get airborne.
Hey, watch it.
What is it?
Could be just a hole in the ground. Unless you got any better ideas.
We're lost, you know that? We've been running around in circles.
We've been moving the same way as the smoke, bud. Away from the fire. Didn't you notice? You just stopped thinking altogether.
We're not gonna make it. It's gaining on us.
So we just gotta keep going and hope the wind changes. Come on. You hear that?
It's in there. See anything?
Can't say for sure. It's quite a ways down. I think it's that kid's pooch. Guess it fell in.
She just left it there?
Guess she meant to get help and come back.
She's too late now. That fire's gonna be over here in 10 minutes. Come on, let's go. We can't do anything.
We got a rope. You fix that.
Look, we haven't got time. That edge is rotten. We're gonna get trapped down there. Come on.
Okay. You want to go on by yourself? Just keep going. Couple of heroes, huh?
A couple of crazy coots.
Yeah, you could be right. Here, pass this around that tree and let me down gently, okay?
He's okay. All in one piece. Just a little scared. All right, son. I'm your buddy. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Hey, come on, we're not playing games. We haven't got the time.
We gotta get out of here. Can't you get him?
He just wants to play games.
We're too late, son.
Look, we're right over the place. Couldn't we just take a chance and go down?
Can't risk it. Fire's all around the area. Something goes wrong, we'd never get out on foot. I'll just go down and do another circuit. Hold on to your hat, son.
have jumped ahead of us.
If it hadn't been for that dog!
Come on, we gotta keep moving. You hear anything?
Couple of guys down there with a dog. Looks kind of like Casey.
Casey?
Well, didn't you see him?
I had my eyes closed.
You better get him open and look around for some place to land.
Size of a dollar bill, eh?
Better make it two. Air's kind of gusty with all this heat.
You're telling me.
Hold tight. This'll fit nicely.
Hey, come on, he's coming down!
Chub inside?
Yeah, George.
Are you the two men who were up in the bush at Pigeon Lake? Anyone got anything to say? I'm not surprised. I got the whole story over the radio. I suspect you started this fire.
There's no proof.
You were in the area. The fire hazard was extremely high. You had no permission. You left no route plan. Now, that's enough to get you in a lot of trouble.
But they saved Casey.
I know. I don't know the circumstances, but I can imagine them. I imagine it took a lot of courage. For that reason, I'm going to ask no questions and mark this fire as of unknown origin. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Next time you go into the bush, take some common sense with you. It helps. Now, beat it.
Thanks a lot. We'll do that.
As for you...
Well, it was my fault. I talked him into it.
You talked him into it. He's a grown man, isn't he? Or a grown kid, anyhow.
Well, if we hadn't have gone...
Those two men wouldn't have made it. I know that. You know something? I'm going to have to put that into my report. I'm going to have to give it as my opinion that no other pilot in this part of the world could have done what you did.
Lots of guys could fly an aircraft, son.
Not like you. Personally, I think you ought to be arrested. As it is, you'll probably get a citation.
You finished?
Yeah?
Let's duck out, son, before he starts shooting us down again.